Welcome everyone, it's Analena here, and in this video I am going to show you how you can create your true sidereal human design chart and also your gene keys profile with GeneticMatrix. So I'm going to share my screen and let's dive in. So now we are inside of GeneticMatrix. I do have a paid account, so I think you will have to have a paid account to make those adjustments that I'm going to show you. And this is now my regular tropical chart. So if you create your chart, I did this here, add a new person, and I entered my birth info, and then I received my regular tropical human design chart. That's the human design chart you will mostly find online. And here I am a 2-4 manifesting generator. Now, how do I create my true sidereal human design chart? Or also, we call it also cosmic human design. And for that, there are two options. You can use the website Cosmic Human Design. And for that, you can go to calculate your free chart. Then you put in your name, your info, the month of birth, the day of birth. Now, one thing that's very important when you enter the hour of your birth time, and this is where most people make mistakes, you have to convert the time to UTC time. In GeneticMatrix, what is very nice, you can see your UTC time. So the birth date local, that's where you were born at the time you were born. And if you were in the United States, for example, that's going to be very different than the UTC time. I was born in Germany, that's just 1 hour ahead of UTC time. But then the second one, which says birth date UTC, so in my case, it's an hour earlier, it was 3 a.m. instead of 4 a.m. That is the time you have to enter into Cosmic Human Design on the website. So I have to put in here 3 a.m. instead of 4 a.m. Now, also, if you're born in Australia, for example, it could be that it was already the next day when you were born, and the UTC time is actually the day before. So you really have to pay attention to that when you're using the Cosmic Human Design website. So again, you want to check here where it says UTC. Okay. I only know that GeneticMatrix provides this, and I honestly don't know if this is also in the free version or not. If you don't have GeneticMatrix, you will have to go to an online UTC converter and check what time your birth time was converted into UTC. And again, it may even change the date to a day before or after, depending when you were born. So if you decide to use Cosmic Human Design, you're going to then enter submit, and then it will create your Cosmic Human Design chart, which is basically your human design chart based on true sidereal astrology. And this is graphically a little bit different. It's a little bit harder to read for some people, but it really has all the information. So here I am a 5-1 generator with sacral authority. I have very different centers defined. And I just want to mention one thing, that sometimes I have noticed that the description of the authority or even the type may be wrong. So if you are very new to human design, I always recommend that you have somebody check it, that is a human design reader or a human design coach, just to make sure you have the correct information there. But other than that, it's really, really wonderful information. Now, my preferred way to pull my cosmic or true sidereal human design chart is with GeneticMatrix, and I want to show you how you can do that. I just really love how clean the look is, and it's very, very easy to read. So for that now, you can click on this little chart astro setting, okay? And then when it says your system, you click on this, and then you go to True Sidereal, see Chimenti. The True Sidereal astrology we're using is this one. And then the house system, you want to use equal. And the Ayanamsha, you want to go all the way to the bottom. We're going to call it select your user-defined SVP. And then here you want to enter the number of the SVP. Now, what I have intuitively felt is important is that this SVP technically changes every year. And of course, we can go into super detail, and it technically really starts always at the spring equinox. But what's different with true sidereal astrology is that every 72 years, there's a 1 degree shift. And because we have now over 2000 years since we had the beginning of when tropical and true sidereal were the same, there has been quite a shift of this SVP, or the amounts of degree that we have it different now in the sky. And for that, I have created a little spreadsheet, which I will put this here in the comments. I cannot guarantee you that it's exactly right. Most people tend to use 31.72 or 73 as the number for the chart. So, and I have this here for the year 1984-ish around, but basically every year, you can also calculate this yourself, there's a 1 divided by 72 degree shift, which then is 0.0138888 to infinity. And so because I was born in 82, I'm using this number, 31.694. Again, I want to say, take this with a grain of salt. If you feel intuitively the number should be slightly different, you can do that. It's not going to make big of a difference, but that's what I'm using. And I have felt really good with it, also pulling charts for other people. So I will use this number, 31.694. That I will put now here in the SVP section, okay? And then I say update. And now it will give me the true sidereal version, or the cosmic human design chart for myself. And now here I'm a 5-1 generator again. And as you can see, I'm going to go now to the cosmic human design side. It's very similar. It almost exactly looks the same. One thing I want to show you is where you might or may notice with the biggest likelihood some differences is with the moon gates, because the moon is the fastest moving planet. It moves about through 2 or 3 gates every single day, and also through many lines, of course. So I have here 37.6 and 2.4. And if I look here in the cosmic human design side, so here I also, it's actually the same, 37.6 and 2.4. Now, I have seen some cases because it could be that it's just on the cusp of moving into another gate. That's very likely, right? So you want to check those gates. And with that, if those gates are different, it can already change the entire chart, right? If one gate is not defined and instead another one, then it could define another center and so forth. This is why I really recommend that you work with a person with this to pull your chart, because if you don't really understand how the human design chart comes about, I think it can be just a little bit confusing. And also, always feel free to send me a message if you have any kind of questions. I may be able to direct you in the right direction, or you're also, of course, more than welcome to book a reading with me. But I just want to let you know that if you notice there's a big difference between GeneticMatrix and cosmic human design, just look at the moon gates, because that may be all that has shifted. And yeah, this is how you do that. And just to show you, if you now want to go back to your tropical chart, you can just click this little circle here, and then it will revert everything back to 0. And now again, you have your tropical chart. But I want to still look at the true sidereal. So I'm just going to do it one more time. Going to user defined, and I'm putting that number in here again. And now I will also show you how you can pull the Gene Keys version of this. They recently made a change, and one of the members in my community, she was so great, and she actually figured out how to do it. I couldn't even find it myself first. So now to create the true sidereal version of your Gene Keys profile, you go here to where it says Foundation and Transit. And then you just keep that, and then you go here to Other, Foundation Other. And then here you go to Gene Keys. And then you can also see that you have your true sidereal version of your Gene Keys profile. And they will look very different than the numbers that you have in your tropical chart. And with that, I invite you to explore, to have fun. Again, you will need the paid version. I have the pro version of GeneticMatrix. I will also make sure I will put my affiliate link here in the show notes if you're interested. I mean, even if you just sign up for a month to pull your charts, I think it's totally worth it. I absolutely love the software. They have so many ways of pulling amazing human design charts. They also have a Astro version. Actually, now that I'm talking, I want to show you guys that as well. So if you go here to, let me see. I think if I go here to other charts, and then I keep other charts, and then here I say HM, Quantum, and Astro. Yeah, okay. This is another cool version that you can pull in GeneticMatrix where it has your human design chart, right? And then you also have all the astrology signs and the houses based on this. This is the 13th sign, True Sidereal astrology version by Ethan Chimenti, as close as possible. So that's just really a lot of fun. All right, so I hope this was helpful for you guys. If you have any kind of questions for me, feel free to comment below this video. You can always also send me an email. I may be able to point you in the right direction. And if you are not sure about your chart, again, I really recommend you work with a human design reader or a coach to make sure you have your correct chart. And yeah, I'm excited to be with you in the next video. Bye, everyone.